And Sugar Ray Leonard at 24 years of age, and the Mexican middleweight and California middleweight champion, has had more success at this weight than he had when he was fighting as a welterweight or 147-pounder. Moving into the 160-pound class, Geraldo has scored 7 straight knockouts, beating Renato Garcia here. He stopped the tough Garcia in the 9th round. In May of last year, against Petrolero Macias for the Mexican middleweight title, Geraldo went down in the 4th round, confirming suspicion that he does not take a punch very well. But he got up, and in the 5th round, he stopped Macias with this kind of a punishing barrage. And this is typical of the way Geraldo will like to fight. Pin you on the ropes and really hammer, like he did in September of last year when he beat George Cooper for the California middleweight title. He had Cooper on the ropes in the 6th round and battered him into submission. His record, 42 wins, 14 losses, and this is a very important fight for Geraldo. Just as important, perhaps, as it is for Sugar Ray Leonard. Tail of the tape reads this way. You see the ages there at the top. Look at the height. Geraldo stands 6'1" to 5'10" and a half for Leonard. The weight we've commented on already. But Geraldo has exactly, and we measured it to make sure, exactly 4 inches advantage in the reach. That can be very important. The question is, the gloves are 8 ounces, and here we go. Round number 1, scheduled for 10. Sugar Ray with a record of 21 wins and no losses. Geraldo with a record of 42 wins and 14 losses. But Geraldo has shown some history in the past of being stopped early in the fight. Immediately obvious, the advantage in size for Geraldo. Marcos Geraldo lives in Mexico City, came out of Guaymas in Sonora, Mexico. Sugar Ray, of course, from Palmer Park, Maryland. These two men have had one common opponent. That would be Armando Muniz, the fine boxer and fine gentleman from Los Angeles. Marcos fought him back in '74 when Muniz was pretty much in his prime and took a 10-round decision. Sugar Ray stopped Armando in December of last year. I'd mentioned early on here that Sugar Ray's older brother Roger is now out of the Air Force, had his 8th professional fight and won by KO. It was scheduled for 6. Sugar looking for the hole, and that time didn't find it. You can be sure that he's aware of the history of Geraldo of going early. That overhand right caught Geraldo, but it was a little high on the side of the head. Some question about whether or not Geraldo can take a good punch on the jaw. Good left hand by Sugar Ray. Very quick, very hard to hit. Just missed with that right. Geraldo now. This is what Geraldo likes to do. Anytime he gets Sugar Ray pinned on the ropes, it's going to be his ballpark because he lets loose with a fusillade of punches. And he gets his man in on the rope. He can really bang away. Sugar Ray getting that right hand home to the side of the head. Geraldo responds with a little dance of his own, and Sugar has tagged him now with a couple of good solid left jabs, snapping his head back. Sugar Ray Leonard in white, Marcos Geraldo in the dark blue or dark trunks. Again, the Leonard left finds him. Less than a half a minute to go now in the 1st round. There with a good left hook. Geraldo, showboating a little bit, sticks out his chin at Sugar Ray. Coming down from 10 seconds now to the end of round number 1. This may turn out to be a pretty good fight. Round 2. Scheduled for 10. Sugar Ray Leonard in the white trunks against Marcos Geraldo of Mexico City. He holds the Mexican and the California middleweight titles. Beat George Cooper for the California version. He defeated Macias for the Mexican middleweight title. Macias in a preliminary fight earlier today was a winner. Keith Jackson at ringside here in Baton Rouge. And we do have a house. Crowd said to be around 12,000 people. Between rounds, Angelo Dundee commented to Sugar Ray, says next time he sticks that chin out there, knock it off. Easier said than done, I reckon. So far, Leonard has been the one to force all of the fighting. Geraldo has shown no particular move toward Leonard. Good left hook by Sugar Ray. Good right left by Sugar Ray. He's trying to find the point of that chin. A little more than halfway through the second round. Left hook got there. Geraldo now charges into Leonard, and Sugar Ray escapes. Marcos apparently definitely intends to get involved in a little show business himself. Both rounds here, he's at his shuffle. Fight is being telecast live back to Mexico. Home folks are watching him. There's a good right hand to the body by Geraldo. A ripping right hand. Sugar Ray comes right back with the left right, and the right was solid on the side of the head. Less than a half minute to go. Second round. Again, Sugar Ray gets out of there. Geraldo stalking him. 10 seconds going round two. Out of his corner. That jacks up the crowd. They start roaring. Sort of startled Geraldo. He held his composure. This is by far the biggest man that Sugar Ray Leonard has met in his professional career. Best we can determine, the most dangerous. Peter Giarrusso is getting a little noise. Twice he's fighters. That's a good left hook by Sugar Ray Leonard. Now on the ropes, Geraldo trying to hold him there, and Sugar ties him up and gets out of it. Geraldo nods his head at him. Geraldo dug a left hook to the side of the head of Sugar Ray Leonard. In the corner. And Sugar ties him up. Good right hand. Leonard wobbled for the right hand thrown by Geraldo. That hurt him. There's a good right hand by Sugar Ray Leonard. Back around the ear. Quicker fighter, able to get off twice on the ropes, but he takes a left right to the head as Geraldo now tries to dig to the body. There's another right hand by Geraldo. The Mexican middleweight champion starting to come on. Sugar Ray Leonard with the left and two rights to the side of the head. The crowd roaring. Leonard just rips him with the right hand, but Geraldo keeps coming. Dancing. Less than a half minute to go in a good round for Geraldo, though Leonard has landed more punches. thing that Geraldo may well have done here in this third round. He may have established a degree of respect. Good left and right by Sugar Ray, both of them on the button. Third round is over. Leonard, and we go now live to the fourth round. Geraldo, with 24 KOs in his career, since he moved into the middleweight class to stay, he has scored 7 successive knockouts. And he has proven his durability here, as he was really ripped a couple of times in that third round by Sugar Ray Leonard, especially a left-right that landed flush on the jaw in the closing seconds of the third round, and all he did was dance. There's a hard left hook by Sugar Ray Leonard. The water's flying off the hair of Geraldo, but he stays in his pursuit of Leonard. In the normal progression of a career, the fights usually get a little tougher and a little tougher for a growing boxer, and that's what Angelo Dundee's been doing with Sugar Ray Leonard, and so far this has been a blistering bout. There again is a good stiff left hand by Sugar Ray Leonard. One thing he does not want to do is get in a position standing flat-footed against this big guy. We'd like to remote our local stations along the line that at the end of this round we'll be taking a station break for our local station. Coming up on the halfway point, round number 4. Neither man really showing any marks yet. Leonard keeps popping that left hand into the face of Geraldo, giving up about 3 inches in height, maybe 3.5, and 4 inches in reach. And as best we can figure out, since Leonard was weighed in this morning with his clothes on, he's giving up at least 8 pounds in weight. Hard right hand flipped into the body by Leonard. Leonard just missed that hard right, hooked him behind the head with it. Dave Jacobs, the trainer for Leonard, warning him, stay on the move. There's the hard right hand to the side of the head. Geraldo comes digging back to the body. Leonard hooks him with the left, off the side of the head. This is a pretty good-sized opportunity for Geraldo. If he should get away here and be the first man to beat Sugar Ray Leonard, I'll tell you right now, he'd be in a pretty happy merchandising situation, wouldn't he? End of round number 4 coming up. We'll be back with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports after this from our local station. Put back to his corner, he turned with a gesture of respect to Sugar Ray Leonard. Now we are in round number 5 in what has been a bristling fight. A little while there, and that gets a comment from the corner, don't waste energy. Both missed. One picked off, the other was short. That left got Leonard. And Leonard retaliates with a hard left hook that staggers Geraldo for a moment. He was a little off balance, however. There's another left that finds him, another left that finds him. And the right finds him, and the left finds him. Sugar Ray clearly the quicker of the 2 men. There's a hard right and a hard left by Sugar Ray Leonard. Low suspicions that people had about whether or not Geraldo's chin would hold up to Sugar Ray Leonard. So far it has. That right hand got him up and on the left eye. Well, that's called sticking him. And he loaded up that time for a left-right, and both punches landed. The first 2, the third was partially blocked. Now in the corner. This is not where Sugar Ray Leonard wants to be. So far, Geraldo hasn't hit him in the corner. He has not landed a blow. Both of them taunting each other. A little less than a minute to got a little wild there and missed. Tries to tie up Geraldo. Referee took one to the left shoulder that time. Geruso got in there and Geraldo winged him. Sugar Ray back in the corner again at 25 seconds. Now he moves up. There's that left finding its target. Seconds. At the end of this round, we're halfway through. Round number 6 of the scheduled 10-rounder. Sugar Ray Leonard in the white trunks. Marcos Geraldo in the dark trunks. Round by round scoring here, and I've got a shutout going so far on my scorecard for Sugar Ray Leonard. But it has been a bristler, I'll tell you that. Geraldo, the Mexican middleweight champion, California state middleweight champion. He is handled by Lupe Sanchez, who incidentally handles Pepino Cuevas, who is the WBA welterweight champion. And as we told you at the outset, Angelo Dundee has an agreement in principle for Sugar Ray Leonard to meet Wilfredo Benitez for the WBC welterweight title in November of this year. The Centroplex in Baton Rouge. The estimated crowd right around 12,000 for capacity. Good right hand hooked in there by Sugar Ray. Threw it overhand. There's Angelo Dundee in the lower right-hand corner, sitting in Sugar Ray's corner. Dave Jacobs is the man who trains Sugar Ray. Angelo is the manager there. Again, the left hand with authority finding the head of Geraldo. Neither fighter has been down. Sugar Ray was rattled a little bit back in the third round by a right hand from Geraldo. Geraldo has been shaken a couple of times by left hooks and one right. 3 times he has been shaken by Leonard, but neither man has been down, and neither man really shows any wear and tear so far. We come up on a minute to go in round number 6. Seconds to go in round 6. This has been the quietest round of the fight. Back to his corner. Let's listen.
You got him down to a walk now, right?
Walking on it.
You got him down to a walk, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Don't say nothing.
My head.
Don't say nothing. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Number 7.
Number 7.
Number 7, baby.
Right.
Come here.
Okay. Good.
Bumping heads. Watch it.
You're walking slowly now.
Get your head underneath his. Give me.
Apparently a little headbutt there. Exchange among the ropes late in the round.
Come on. Take a sucker shot out of his mother.
Don't see any real marks on either man as we go now to round number 7. Geraldo at 6'1", Sugar Ray 5'10 and a half. Geraldo weighed in at 160. Sugar Ray weighed in 153, including some jewelry hanging around his neck and all of his clothes. The advantages to Geraldo in reach are 4 inches. But so far, good right hand. That shook Geraldo as Leonard brought the right hand over the top and landed it flush on the jaw. His eyes blinked. Now he gets in there with a pretty good left, right, and a right and a left by Geraldo. That may have been the best series of punches that Geraldo has landed in the entire fight right there. Big guy from Mexico City, just a little bit late with his punches. Just a little bit off his target. Of course, because of the elusiveness of Sugar Ray Leonard. He's a very difficult fellow to find. Most of that wasted on the arms. Well, there's the right hand lead, and it caught Geraldo flush. There's another hard right, and another one, and a hard left hook. Now Geraldo gives ground. He backs up. And that combination of hard lefts and rights to the head, and particularly the right hand lead, getting to the target. Pace is so important. Last time we saw Sugar Ray in Las Vegas against Adolfo Viruet, he showed good discipline and was able to pace himself well through 10 rounds against a tough opponent. This is round number 7. And that left hook on the side of the head. That series of hard right hands back in the middle of this round jarred Geraldo considerably. Satisfied with the way the fight's going so far, and so far I see it as a shutout. Leonard missing, got a little wild with a right hand lead as we pass 30 seconds to go in this round. As the left hook, just a little bit of it picked off by Geraldo with his right hand up around his chin. Sugar Ray giving up some of the ring to him. Comes back with that quick left and the hard right. There's the shuffle. Crowd roars. And we finished 7 rounds here in Baton Rouge. Live from the Centroplex in Baton Rouge, this is round number 8. Sugar Ray Leonard in the white and Marcos Geraldo in the dark trunks, the Mexican middleweight champion. The tallest, rangiest, and biggest man that Sugar Ray Leonard has fought in his professional career. And he's looking for his 22nd consecutive victory here today with the promise of a title bout from Wilfredo Benitez, the WBC welterweight champion in November this year. I'll tell you that Tommy Hearns scored a TKO victory in the 7th round over Harold Weston Jr. today. Weston, we saw him earlier this year in San Juan lose to Benitez in that title bout. Applauds the sportsmanship. Sugar Ray winding up a little bit, but did not attempt to throw a punch when Geraldo was off balance. It's the quickness of Leonard, speed of foot as well as hand that has given him the edge so far. I have him winning all 7 rounds that we have had. Once, back in the 3rd round, when Geraldo landed a good solid right hand, have we seen any reflection of concern on the part of Leonard? That really wasn't terribly noticeable as he came right back with a volley of his own. Since that time, it's been this kind of pursuit. Every once in a while, Leonard would stop and rip Geraldo. He scored heavily with right hand leads. He scored very well with a whistling left hook. Hook brush on the jaw. Well, I talk about weak chin of Geraldo. I'm not so sure that he is Doesn't appear to be very weak to me. We know Leonard can punch because he's knocked out 13 people in 21 fights. Geraldo's just having a tickets of a time hitting Leonard. Just that much off target each time. He gets in a position to use some leverage. 10 seconds to go. Round 8. Round 9. Been a good show by Sugar Ray Leonard so far. Geraldo unable to really reach him. I would say it's been a good contest for Leonard, but so far I've seen no evidence that Geraldo is going to be able to reach him. His 24 knockouts, 7 in a row since he became a solid middleweight and decided to stay in that class. But he has not been able to land anything of substance except for the one punch back in the 3rd round on Leonard. And he has absorbed some of Sugar Ray's best stuff. Quick hands and quick feet. And you fight as much with your feet as you do your hands, especially at this weight. Good pace by Leonard so far through the fight. The last 40 seconds or so of each round, he's accelerated it. Of course, that's when the judges are taking their pencils in hand to mark the card, isn't it? All the officials from the Louisiana State Athletic Commission, all out of New Orleans. The referee, Peter Geruso, Charlotte Joseph, and Maxie Duxon. Rattled him again with that right left. Checked off the left hand thrown out there by Geraldo and just nailed him with the right hand, but the big guy from Mexico City just shook it off. Seconds to go in round 9. See Geraldo just missing, just a little short, and paying the price for it. And there's a little trickle of blood out of the corner of the is to knock him out. Sugar Ray walking around out there saying, come on, let's go. And of course, that's show business right there. Now the mouthpiece is in place, and Geraldo is ready. Sugar Ray comes out, hooks him with the left hand in the opening seconds of the 10th round. Now Sugar Ray may try to take him out. He apparently seems very fresh. He has not been marked much in this fight. He's landed some of his best artillery. Marcos Geraldo has taken it and worn it, and he still can't catch Sugar Ray. Just a little bit short, just a little bit shy throughout the entire fight. There's the right hand to the jaw of Leonard. Not much on it. Another right hand that sneaks in. A little bit of a cut in the corner of the right eye of Geraldo. Another right hand. Another right hand. Leonard wobbles around a little bit, does a little act, and promptly takes a left right in the face. So Geraldo is still coming. Still trying. Still game. trickle of blood now coming down from a cut in the outside corner of the right eye. As Leonard, having absorbed a couple of rights and lefts, comes back now and punishes Geraldo. There's a good right hand by Geraldo. And that snapped Leonard's head around, and he backed away from the corner. There's that left hook again, right on the jaw. Been a good fight as they tumble into the ropes right above it. Been a good fight, but it's been all Leonard. Geraldo wobbled as he came in. Sugar Ray caught him flush. Minute to go in the fight. There's that left. He doubled it up and got them both home. There's the shuffle. The crowd roars. Geraldo backs up. Leonard stays after him. And we've got 10 seconds to go in the fight.
Referee Maxie Dusen calls it 6 rounds for Leonard, 1 even, 3 for Geraldo. Judge Charlie Joseph calls it 6 rounds Leonard, 1 even, 3 for Geraldo. Referee Peter Tomaso calls it 7 rounds Leonard, 1 even, 2 Geraldo. The winner by unanimous decision, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Mike McCallum recorded an impressive win when he took out Tony Suero in the 3rd round. McCallum combines quick hands with knockout power. Also tonight, you'll see 20-year-old sensation Reyes Cruz, who scored his biggest victory over world-ranked Johnny the Heat Ritarosa back in May. In addition, we've got the flashy Vinny Pazienza, who's won his first 4 pro fights by knockout, including this bout over Keith McCoy in June. Paz was all over McCoy, at one point chasing him around the ring. From the boxing capital of the world, Atlantic City, New Jersey, Main Event Productions presents Super Fights of the Month. You've already met Vinny Paz. Tonight we feature Mike McCallum, 18-0 with 17 knockouts, and Reyes Cruz, 21-0 with 14 knockouts. And we are live at the Sands Hotel in Atlantic City.